Hello there, and as usual, I'm Aaron from Last Stand Gamers, and welcome. So today I've got quite an interesting ship to show you, something that I've been working on now for quite a bit of time, and originally it was inspired by a ship that you might have seen on the workshop, and I just wanted to show you this design today, and I'm going to have a link to the original in the description below so you can actually have a look at that as well. And sometimes the ships on the workshop inspire me to do different builds, and this is just one. This is something I like to call the Blue Tiger. Now the reason for that is because it's got this tiger-like camouflage going across the ship, as you can see here. Rather interesting. We've got two sort of levels. The lower sort of hull level is in this bluish colour, and the upper colour is in a standard sort of flat white. Now it's not really blending into any sort of environment except for making this ship look a hell of a lot cooler in my opinion, and you can see that goes all along the hull. Now following into the similar sort of as the original design, we've got the red sort of hull, very similar to real sort of battleships below the waterline and so on, but we'll go from the bow of the ship and we'll go to the stern having a look at some of the features. So I've kept much of the original sort of design and feel of the ship, but just turned it into something that I like, and I've turned it into a bit more of a submarine like feel. So you can see as we whisper past the massive battle turrets at the front, we have these large vents that look like they're sucking into some sort of engine cavity, and we've got one of the large engines in there to actually give us a bit of reverse thrust, and then on top we have these larger vents as well. Now on top of here we actually have the control room, the cockpit, the command center of the ship, and back down into this area we have our 3 decks of hangars. Since this ship is designed to be a carrier, we need lots of hangars for them smaller craft, so we've got Bay 3, Bay 2 and Bay 1 on different floors. And here we have the very large side engine, so if I just zoom out a little bit you can see that is duplicated on the other side, and we've also got a little bit of an engine pod on the front there turned into that curved wing. I just really like that sort of curved effect into that wing. But let's go to the rear of the ship and then we'll have a quick look inside. Now unlike the original didn't actually have an interior, and I've only just started working on this interior sort of recently, so I'll show you how far I've got. But as we come to the rear we've got more of an open area. We've got the Blue Tiger sort of logo. I'm not too sure about that name. You guys might have to probably come up with a better one for me, but I'm not too sure at the moment. And then at the rear of the ship we've got 3 sorts of battleship cannons stacked and overlaid so they can actually shoot at each other. I'm actually quite pleased with this. Let's go down and actually have a look inside. We'll start at the bridge. Now I've not changed the bridge too much. I've changed the shape a little bit, and I've changed some interior components. I've also added some mods onto this just so I can have a little bit of a play around a little bit further. But we'll hop inside at this door, and this rear door leads us into the cockpit, or the sort of control room where it's multiple leveled. And this came with the original ship, this lovely little curved compartment here, and I've just added to the room, just make it feel a little bit better. Like in this area we've got ourselves a different sort of compartment, but it's just so cool. The original shape was really good, and it really helped me to inspire the rest of this different sort of ship that was built under a similar sort of presence. So let's go down here by lowering this ramp, and this ramp actually lowers us into the crew sort of quarters and smaller areas. We've got a rec room on this side. We'll just pop into the rec room quickly for you. So you can see we've got some table tennis, and I believe we have a gym slash toiletry area over here. No, this is just the toilets. This is the crew showers and toilet area. We've got a toilet behind there. Not too much privacy, but the showers have got a good bit as well. Now into this area we've got some bunk beds for everyone to sleep and have a rest in. And if we cross the corridor, we pop that door open and we go across into this room, I believe. This should be the one. Here is a little bit of a gym so you can get your workout on. Really made for the sort of fighter sort of pilots. So if we come down this stairs, we actually enter into one of the very large hangar halls where you can see we can store multiple different sorts of fighter craft on row and these sort of areas. I'm not putting any in for the moment because it's caused a little bit of lag, and you can see the roof above. If we want to dispatch like loads of fighters at once, we could just drop and hit this button. So we'll hit that button there, and this opens a giant vent in the ceiling like you can see, so we could just launch multiple fighters at once and really overwhelm an enemy force. Now into this room here is what I'm working on at the moment. This is going to be the missile silo bay, and they'll be firing up through the top like you see on conventional sort of ships. So if I just fly out through this exit here, you can see we've got these sort of doors that are going to have missiles behind, and these will be a little bit of extra defense to shoot down and fire at other larger vessels. So just really cool, and that's pretty much it. We've got the lower hangar that I'll quickly take a glance at, but there's nothing much to this. This is just another open sort of deck area where more ships can actually fit into this design. Like I said, it's not 100% finished, but we're almost there. So we're leading both ways into what will be the engine room, and the other room will be just another maintenance sort of power and sort of reactance maintenance deck. But anyway, that's just how far I am with this design at the moment, but definitely check out the original. It really inspired this build and it really helped me get some of the shapes in the creation. It's down in the description. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.